oye bien esto? ¿Se oye bien? Sí, se oye bien. ¿Y si yo hago así? Ay, qué gracia. Vale, yo creo que con dejar esto aquí y esto aquí, para ver cómo se mueve. Se mueve bien, ¿no? Pues ya está. Bueno, voy a empezar con la historia primero, ¿vale? Y aquí.
Come take a look.
Ok, lo de los slides, ¿no? Lo mejor. ¿No? Me da igual. ¿Dónde hay que ir? Joder. ¿Y esta misión qué es? What the fuck es esta misión?
Oz, reveal thyself.
Vale, esta ya sé cuál es.
Ignite Phantasmagoria. Propagate!
Follow the wind. Into the wind.
Y se acabó.
Time to go.
Vale, no. Aquí teníamos una quest, ¿no? Pam.
Wings of darkness. Come, sever neck.
Or dead.
Time to go.
Ey, level 6. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? Ir allí y allí. Voy a ir aquí que tengo más cerca. Voy a mirar que esto vaya bien. Por aquí. Hola.
Gather! Order guide you.
By royal decree.
Scatter!
Un crítico de 4.
One with nature.
Oz reveal.
Clouds high. The birds call.
¿Qué pasa aquí? Tengo escudo y no me hacéis nada.
Time to go. Into the wind.
As you wish, main Fräulein. This is order.
Snap. Ay. Allí.
Spring forth. The wind knows me.
By royal decree.
Stabilize.
Se muere, tío.
I will have order.
One with nature.
Midnight phantasmagoria. Scatter!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Pues ya estaría.
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Oh shit. Oh, what the fuck, solo puedo uno. Da igual. Tengo 1142 huevos.
Ad Astra at. Thank you for Ad
Astra beside. Error. No para una tirada, creo, ¿verdad? Sí. ¿Esto cuando lo reinicio? En 2 días, qué rico. Vale. Vamos a por el árbol. Y nos pone. Y me voy al desierto. A ver si que tarda en cargar hoy. Ay. ¿Dónde está el árbol? Estaba ahí, ¿no?
Follow the wind.
Oli, arbolito de mierda.
Time to go.
Ofrecer. Vale, se ha acabado la peli. ¿Dónde está? Completa los orígenes de la contaminación. No tengo que hacer la misión de estos pedazos de imbécil. Porque...
Traveler, you've. Wait, this sounds like. It is as you. Huh? Not long ago. Contaminant? I don't know about the Avidia. That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation. This is.
Very rápido. What's the happening?
Ad Astra Abyssosque. Hi, Catherine. Do you have a commissions, huh? Oh, how about this? Please. Wait. And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction. Huh? What kind of commission is that? I see. In that case, please go. Hey, that's not any.
Hablando igual de
I was
raro.
gonna ask. Oh, the commissioner? Well,
Es el
actually,
arconte.
I just wanted to see. Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions.
That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come...
Ah, so it's Nahida.
From when she said, Ad Astra Abyssosque?
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done with...
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways, and I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about the Sub-Zeros. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace. I also got to...
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zeros festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone...
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream?
No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. By the way, have you had a chance to visit Dunya's
¿por qué tengo que hacer la misión esta antes de empezar la
Yes, I paid her
historia?
a
¡Qué
visit right
rabia!
after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering, but for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to.
Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zeros festival.
So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages' activities. As for how we should pull that off...
Oh, good point. Sorry, adventure...
What? Ah, coño, ya puedo...
Let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can investigate the sages, Nahida?
Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts. We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their... No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals.
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
I've already tried that. But all the key members of the Academia, even the core of 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha term. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course.
Have you already caught the sage's attention?
I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the herb. In any case, I probably can't take over.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already have something in mind, right?
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of...
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy? Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he...
Actually, I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female?
Sitaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she... We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero's festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always spoke to Nilou.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Sitaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert, and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not doing more.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply... She's suppressing a lot of guilt. But before she realized it, she had already become the sage. Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, from my past observations, Setaria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days. Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. Battle to prepare. Let's go check out some of her favorite spots. And...
Suéltame, canal.
Time to go.
Que estoy con el arconte de vacaciones. De excursión.
This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot.
So should we ask the...
No, I already have enough information on Setaria. The most important thing now is for you...
Talking style and key character?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your... The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to
Huh? Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
It would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you.
Only mocking the god of Animo, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Vida amorosa.
Love prospects? No problem. The gods have one who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So... Harut, Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune...
No, pobrecito.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the...
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix...
Is that so?
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps...
Pensé que iba a decir algo de Ayaka. Vendedor.
Is this another one of Setaria's favorite stalls?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Setaria a lot when she first moved to Samari City. So when I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of her
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
We caught wind of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild?
Speaking of, where did you learn?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in after that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that...
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you...
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg. Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods.
No problem. Rest easy, all our goods are...
¿Dónde vamos ahora? ¿Sala mi hija mía? ¿O Naida?
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Samaria's citizens, after all.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about...
Ah, that's right! I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to... But I'm still discussing all kinds of problems with different scholars. And I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing!
Sure, but you...
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've...
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time...
I see. Yes, that makes sense. Well, good luck with your studies, Miss Chisha.
Thank you so much. As long as I can...
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities. I remember that you mentioned that the Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the fate of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her home. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, So...
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks. If we simply engaged her under the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her,
So, you mean you're going to possess those people we just talked...
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll...
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break...
Exactly. So, best of luck with...
Huh? Best of luck?
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha...
Huh. That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone.
Alright, then let's give it a...
Ok, a cambiar el reloj. De 12 a 18.
Here she comes. Satori is here. Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, as for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Vuelvo a tener el casquito.
Paimon's starting to feel... Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find...
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your luck.
Okay then. You just seemed a little... strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
Menos mal que me acuerdo.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today?
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth. The gods are asking, Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sataria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course,
Un chiquitito
the
de ese.
wisest and mightiest...
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, even though news of the Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King—
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you...
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine... I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Bueno, ya te han visto, así que seguro que me habrás visto.
Oh, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too. Well done. Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand. All I know are some abstract Harava-taught theories. In any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to... She's at Akim's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to...
Comparte tu sentido con ella a través de su posición a otra persona utilizando...
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
Dios, que se partió una pierna, ¿no? Creo.
Oh, that's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. If I could get... Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in...
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King is... He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a...
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia, or... I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert. Yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem! You don't mean... You've also become a believer of the
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this!
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything.
Come on! Sataria's already started...
So, Shishan, have you, like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh.
Oh, right. Speaking of I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing.
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's...
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the
What an absurd question. You make it sound like, in reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You.
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards! What should we do?
This is the most important part of all.
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away.
Please, try to remain calm, miss.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long...
Miss Sataria, nothing.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay... You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the child of the Scarlet King. Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
Oh no.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding... I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my but no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth.
do you know me so well? Are you
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter.
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Please tell me, what can I do for
How much do you know about the sages' current activity?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme, which is what happened around but I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city. And
to fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities with it. Let me see...
The academia entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this location because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the—
Alright, I trust you.
So,
that'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. He's the one who deserves all well. Now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening, all we can do—
pray. But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom?
No. The truth is the true guardian of Scholar.
Pero es de noche, ¿no? A las 19.